Well, here we are, theatre lovers, another week in our fair city with some wonderful productions that are coming to the stage. This is Spotlight on Stage, our weekly magazine show that brings you the latest guide to shows that are coming to Manchester and also the ones that are on in the next 7 days. I'm Michelle Eagleton, the arts and culture correspondent at I Love Manchester. And if you love theatre as much as me, you are in the right place. So do stay tuned. In fact, if you haven't given us a follow on the I Love Manchester Theatre page, then do that right now. Have you done it? Good. You will get all the latest information there. It's a place that we can share our theatre news. You'll get some interviews with stars from the stage. And also, don't forget our I Love Manchester website. If you go to ilovemanchester.com/theatre, you can get all the latest there. And of course, book those all important theatre tickets. Now, as they say in the industry, let's go on with the show. And we have got a great show with you, which is starting off with some announcement. Now, the news is that the DeLorean is back in Manchester. Oh, this gets me so excited. It started here and it is coming back to the future. Yes, it's returning to the city as part of its first ever UK tour, and it's going to be at the Opera House from next year, the 13th of July, all the way to the 21st of August. Now, if you remember it like me, it had its world premiere here in Manchester at the Opera House in 2020, and then the run was cut short by COVID, that global pandemic. Now, flash forward to 2027 and it's going to be here to settle some unfinished business. If you loved the film, you're definitely going to love the musical. There's some great songs in there. And as I say, you see the DeLorean on stage in all its glory. Definitely go and see this one. If you didn't catch it the first time, because it was only here for a short time, as I say, you are gonna love this. It's got additional songs from the film, and it's also got The Power of Love and Johnny B. Good. Tickets are on sale right now, so get in there. Honestly, I cannot wait for that to return. I've been telling everybody to go and see that since 2020. It's been in the West End and now we get it again. Brilliant stuff. But that is in the future. What about this week? What is on stage in our fair city? Well, let's take a look. Now, staying with musicals over at the Palace Theatre, another movie that has become a musical is Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. It's been here since the 19th of February and you've got its final week right now. It has its 30th anniversary production touring the UK. It's been a hit in Broadway and on the West End, and it tells a story of unity, love, and being unapologetically yourself. There's three drag queens. They go across the desert in their camper van. It is hilarious. It is jaw-dropping with choreography. It's got stunning all new costumes by Vicky Gill, the woman behind the costumes on Strictly Come Dancing. You can expect sequins, sparkle, and an iconic soundtrack full of 80s and 90s favorites. Hot Stuff, It's Raining Men, I Will Survive, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Finally, and loads more. Now, I mentioned Strictly. You've got Kevin Clifton as one of the drag queens in this. You've also got Adele Anderson and the wonderful Nick Hayes. And I got a chance to speak to Nick a couple of weeks ago about his role as Felicia, the drag queen. And if you want to catch it, just scroll back onto the I Love Manchester Theatre page and you can watch it. If you want to watch this, it is on at the Palace Theatre until this Saturday, the 28th of February. Now, we mentioned the Opera House earlier. Mean Girls takes place there this week. It starts tonight and it is here until the 7th of March. Now, you might have seen the film, loved the film. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Of course, we do. Mean Girls is quite iconic itself. You meet the Plastics, Regina, Gretchen, and Karen, and they rule North Shore High and will burn anyone who gets in their way. Now, homeschool Katie Heron might think she knows a thing or two about survival until she meets the Plastics. Is she going to survive? Well, grab your friends. This is definitely going to be fetch. And talking of fetch, you have got Faye Tozer from Steps at the helm as a number of characters in this musical. If you want to go and find out what all the hype is about and be as popular as the Mean Girls, then head down to the Opera House. Elsewhere over at Hope Mill, we are continuing with that Valentine's Day vibe. We have got Kind of Love. Now, this opens tomorrow night. It is on until the 1st of March and it is from Queer Dog Theatre. It's actually wrote by the guy behind Queer Dog, Stuart Campbell. It's set in the late 90s and it is all about Stefan. Now, Stefan comes out to his straight best friend, Typee, on a lad's holiday in Ibiza. It starts a chain of events that will change the lives of four teenage friends forever. It's a story of lust, lies, hurt, and revenge, and it is really going to set you back to those nostalgia days of the 90s. There's making out, making up, but mainly making mistakes. Queer Dog can always be guaranteed for something special. I think this is going to be a great production. And if you want to catch it, as I say, it runs until the 1st of March at Hope Mill. Now, we've talked about the 90s. What about going back to the 80s? Well, you can over at the Royal Exchange because Jim Cartwright's Road is there at the moment. It's set in 1986 when Chaperone Scully guides you down the road, picking up the raucous and the ready for it as out can happen tonight. It takes you from dusk till dawn. It's hopelessly hilarious and divinely desperate with laughs, singing, and dancing, and the inhabitants all searching for something different. It is shockingly relevant to lives today, and it really shows a tough world with tenderness. You actually have the road going through the Royal Exchange, and it is a bit of a promenade performance. You follow the action at the beginning. It's a very unique experience, and the tickets have sold really, really well for this. You are very lucky if you can get them because it is pretty much sold out. The best thing to do is check for any returned tickets. They're released for sale online as they become available. Now, the cast here is brilliant. You've got Shobna Galati, Leslie Joseph, Lucy Bowman, Johnny Vegas, and of course, special guest Sir Tom Courtney on film. It's running at the Royal Exchange until the 14th of March. And talking of something special, well, the Lowry is the home for kicking off the world tour of Operation Mincemeat. It is the place that invested in this musical right at the very beginning of its inception, and now it has returned to Salford for the start of what I said is the world tour. This has been a brilliant success in the West End. It's playing on Broadway. It's won numerous awards, and we get it right here. Now, what's it about? Well, the year is 1943. We're losing the war, but luckily, we're about to gamble our futures on a stolen corpse. What could that mean? Well, Singing in the Rain meets strangers on a train. That's probably the best way to describe it. It's fast paced, it's hilarious, it's a musical, and it's the unbelievable true story of the twisted secret mission that won us World War II. If you want to go and see it, then definitely get yourself down there. It's got limited availability for the whole run, but do check because I believe on the 25th, 26th of February and the 2 o'clock performance on the 25th of February, there still may be a few stalls and circle seats available. It runs only until Saturday, this production, the 28th of February. February. And if you want to find out more, I did chat to a couple of the cast members of this fantastic production. So scroll back again to the I Love Manchester Theatre page and you can get the lowdown. Some exciting shows there to see this week across Greater Manchester. Do join me next week to find out what's on and the latest news that we have got about theatre coming to our wonderful Greater Manchester. In the meantime, though, do check out the I Love Manchester website, ilovemanchester.com/theatre. We've got reviews there, we've got more interviews, and as I said, you can book tickets for any of those shows that I have mentioned. Have a great week. Spread the word about the I Love Manchester Theatre Facebook page. And also, don't forget, I'm back here next Monday with more. Have a wonderful week. Until then, see you next Monday.